aphids.
Yes, what we've got out there, Rob, is a lot of young growth in all sorts of horticultural crops. It's a warmer time in the temperatures are becoming warmer, and trees, bushes, brambles, vines, they grow about 40% of their leaf area during this next 3 weeks. And so there's a lot of young green soft tissue out there, and if there's moisture and if there's warmth, so we've got a nice warm day today, we've had some nice rain 2 or 3 days ago, we're going to have some more rain in the future, the aphids just love it, and it's a real environment for them. And I've just had 2 or 3 growers ring in this morning and say, hey, I've got aphid coming in like I've never seen it. And I'm actually going out to some of those properties this afternoon, but it's just the way the weather is, and it's just the way the growth is. The crops are looking wonderful, they really are. But this can't happen every year. And some of the dry years, of course, the aphid will come in and they'll go away because the soft leaf doesn't stay there. But one grower asked me today, well, how long is that soft tissue going to be around for? And I said, how long is a piece of string? Could be another month. Could be another month. So yeah, very interesting. So growers need to go out to their crops because they multiply very rapidly.
Well, they can be born pregnant.
Yes, they can. Yeah,
they're
born live. So and they have fun together. So they multiply like blooming rabbits.
In fact, worse than that.
Yeah, they are. And they will really explode, and then one day they'll actually just disappear. But I'm sure this year is going to be a good month before that happens. And that could have a substantial effect on the growth of this year, affecting the crop next year. Not so much affecting this year's crop, but more next year's crop, because it's the young growing shoots that'll have the fruitlets and what have you for next year that get affected the most.
Now, what about weed control? Because that's...
Well, because of the nice moisture we've been having, and that's been great, because the growers said, heck, we haven't had to use the irrigators, so we're saving a bit of power. But they've got to go out and use the tractors and use the diesel to spray the weeds. They're quite prominent out there at the moment, especially the Californian thistles, and also the good old blooming cleavers, which grow quite rapidly at this time of the year. And they are an easy weed to control. You use like a Basicran or something like that, and it has to be, it's a contact herbicide, so it has to be, the weed itself has to be covered totally. Otherwise it'll just start growing off on its side. But good coverage and in its early establishing stage, get an application on and you'll control it. But it grows rapidly. It can grow twice its size in a week.
And Californian thistles, you don't spray them too early.
No, you don't. You wait until the initial leaves, they come up quite prostrate, then quite erect, and then they lay down on the ground. When they're on the ground, that's the time to actually spray the thistle, because the thistle itself won't take in the chemical with the leaves being so erect, because it's got quite a waxy cuticle on it, and it actually rolls off. Even if you've got an adjuvant in there to help that, it does roll off the thistle. And so you just wait. They look a bit ugly, but you're better to wait for the actual
It's nerve-wracking to sort of see them still growing.
Yes. So, but what growers sort of tend to do, and that is to spray quite close to, say, under vines or into bushes like brambles or something like that. But because they've got rhizomes on them, they'll actually kill a thistle on the other side of the plant too, because it takes the chemical across to it. So, well-placed application of a glyphosate or a buster or whatever does a really good job, but you've got to get on to them because they make a hell of a mess.